All right, folks, imagine this. It's 1984, and out of nowhere, this pint-sized dynamo named Prince drops a track that doesn't just play on the radio. It invades your soul like a velvet hammer. Purple Rain isn't just a song, it's a cultural tsunami that still drenches us 4 decades later, making us all feel like we're starring in our own dramatic rock opera. But here's the kicker. What if I told you this epic ballad started life as a twangy country ditty meant for someone else entirely? Yeah, hold that thought, because we're about to peel back the layers on Prince's magnum opus, uncovering the chaos, the genius, and the downright bizarre twists that turned a simple melody into a legend. And trust me, by the end you'll be seeing purple everywhere. Let's rewind to the ignition point where Purple Rain flickered into existence. Picture Prince, that enigmatic force of nature, cruising down the highway in his purple haze of creativity. Turns out, the phrase Purple Rain itself was cribbed from a line in America's 1972 hit, Ventura Highway. You know, purple rain, tossed in there like a cryptic Easter egg. Jerry Beckley from the band admitted he had no clue what it meant. It just sounded cool. But Prince? Oh, he ran with it, morphing it into something apocalyptic. He once explained it as blood in the sky, red mixing with blue to make purple, symbolizing the end of the world. You're out there with your loved one, facing Armageddon, and letting faith guide you through the storm. Deep, right? But bandmate Lisa Coleman added her spin. It's about a new beginning, with the rain as a cleansing force. So, is it doom or dawn? Prince left it ambiguous, like a true provocateur, letting us all project our messy lives onto it. Now the birth story gets even juicier. Prince was on tour in 1983, obsessing over power ballads by folks like Bob Seger and Journey. He wanted his own stadium shaker, something to rival those arena anthems. So, he dashes off this 10-minute instrumental and ships it to Stevie Nicks of Fleetwood Mac fame, hoping she'd pen the lyrics for a country collaboration. Stevie takes one listen and nopes out, says it's too overwhelming, like trying to lasso a thunderstorm. What if she hadn't? Imagine Purple Rain with a dash of Rhiannon mysticism and some tambourine jangle. We'd have a whole alternate universe where Prince goes full Nashville, trading his ruffled shirts for cowboy boots. Hilarious, innit? Instead, Prince pivots, brings it to his band The Revolution during a rehearsal. Guitarist Wendy Melvoin, all of 19 and fresh-faced, strums these chords that light Prince up like a pinball machine. They jam for 6 hours straight, transforming that country twang into a rock-soul epic. And get this, the core track was captured live at a benefit gig for the Minnesota Dance Theater at First Avenue in Minneapolis on August 3rd, 1983. It was Wendy's debut with the band, and the crowd didn't know they were witnessing history. Prince's engineer, David Rivkin, brother to drummer Bobby Z, rolled in a mobile recording unit, and boom, they nailed Purple Rain, I Would Die For You, and Baby I'm a Star in one sweaty, soulful night. But wait, it wasn't all smooth sailing. The original version clocked in at 11 minutes, with a verse about money that Prince axed to keep the emotional punch intact. Smart move. Nobody wants fiscal advice in their apocalypse anthem. Then, paranoia strikes. Prince frets it sounds too much like Journey's Faithfully, so he calls up their keyboardist Jonathan Cain in the dead of night. Cain listens and chuckles. Nah, mate, it's just the same 4 chords. Every ballad uses them. Crisis averted. Overdubs happen at Sunset Sound in LA, where Lisa crafts this lush string arrangement with her brother and pals on violin and cello. Prince plays nearly everything else, of course, because why not? The result? A high-contrast beast, hyper-realistic emotion wrapped in dreamlike surrealism, with guitar solos that weep and soar like a heartbroken eagle. Shifting gears to the album Saga and the launch drama, because Purple Rain wasn't just a song, it was the crown jewel of an album and film that nearly broke Prince before they broke records. The album, credited to Prince and the Revolution, dropped on June 25, 1984, as the soundtrack to the movie. But let's talk origins. Prince strong-armed Warner Brothers into bankrolling this vanity project by threatening to walk if they didn't fund his big-screen debut. Bold, eh? The film, a semi-autobiographical tale of the kid navigating fame, family feuds, and romantic tangles in Minneapolis's club scene, was directed by Albert Magnoli on a shoestring budget of $7 million. Shooting was a circus. Apollonia Cotero, playing the love interest, jumped into a freezing lake for a scene and ended up with hypothermia. Prince insisted on authenticity, filming at real spots like First Avenue, where he'd honed his craft. And the script? Prince pitched a darker ending where the kid offs himself, but wiser heads prevailed, opting for redemption instead. Good call. Suicide wouldn't pair well with that uplifting guitar wail. The album's recording was equally chaotic. Tracks like When Doves Cry were last-minute additions, with Prince stripping out the bass line after a chat with Jill Jones, making it the funkiest bassless hit ever. Darling Nikki stirred up a storm with its explicit lyrics about, well, self-pleasure in a hotel lobby. Tipper Gore hears her daughter listening and flips, co-founding the PMRC, which bullies the industry into those parental advisory stickers. Thanks, Prince. You gave soccer mums a villain and rockers a badge of honor. Launch-wise, the album debuts at number 11, then rockets to number 1 for 24 weeks straight, duking it out with Springsteen's Born in the USA. It sells 1.5 million in week 1, eventually hitting 25 million worldwide. Singles like When Doves Cry topped the charts for 5 weeks. Its video so steamy, MTV Brass squirmed. Purple Rain, the single peaks at number 2, blocked by Wham's Bubblegum, but wins an Oscar for Best Original Song Score, Prince in a Tux, accepting with that sly grin. The tour? A 98-show extravaganza starting in Detroit, with Apollonia 6 and Sheila E. opening, elaborate sets, and cameos from Madonna and Springsteen. It raked in millions, but Prince burned out, ending in Miami with a cryptic God Loves You sign-off, hinting at his next eccentric phase. Now the ascent to legend, because Purple Rain didn't just climb charts, it etched itself into the rock pantheon. Post-release, it's everywhere. Number 1 album, single, and film simultaneously, joining Elvis and the Beatles in that elite club. Critics rave. Kurt Loder calls Prince the Hendrix of his generation, blending black funk with white rock in a psychedelic swirl. The song snags Grammys for Best Rock Performance and Best Soundtrack, lands on Rolling Stone's Greatest Lists, number 18 all time, and gets enshrined in the Rock Hall's Shaping Songs. But the real magic? Live renditions. Prince made it a staple, stretching that guitar solo into eternity, wringing every drop of anguish. At the 2004 Grammys, he duets with Beyoncé in a medley that sets the stage ablaze. Then, Super Bowl X1 in 2007. Prince headlines in Miami, and as he launches into Purple Rain, actual rain pours down, lit purple by the stage lights. It's like the universe conspired for the perfect metaphor. Apocalyptic downpour meets rock god. Ranked the best halftime ever, with folks joking Prince summoned the storm himself. What if he did? Imagine him up there chuckling, "Yeah, I control the weather now. Perks of being Prince." Diving into the lyrics for a sec, because they're packed with meaning like a overstuffed guitar case. I never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you any pain. Straight from the film's strained relationships. The kid apologizing to his girl, his band, even his abusive dad. It's dedicated to the father figure in the movie, echoing Prince's own turbulent home life with musician parents. I only wanted one time to see you laughing. That vulnerability hits hard, Prince stripping away his flamboyant armor to reveal raw heartbreak. And the chorus? Purple rain, purple rain. Not just pretty words, it's that end times baptism, washing away sins in a deluge of love and faith. Prince wove in biblical nods like Judgment Day from his 1999 era, making it feel prophetic. Obscure nugget, the B-side, God, is a trippy Genesis retelling with backward vocals, teasing the dance electric, which he gifted to Andre Simone. Layers upon layers like Prince's outfits. Fast forward to the enduring impact and quirky aftermath, where Purple Rain refuses to fade like a bad dye job. It's covered by everyone from Etta James to Fish, infiltrating movies, TV, hell, even a 2008 stage musical adaptation in Minneapolis that tried Broadway but fizzled. Ripple effects? It redefined music videos as mini-films, inspired countless artists to blend genres without apology. Post Prince's passing in 2016, the song recharted worldwide, hitting #1 in France for the first time. His final concert in Atlanta ended with Purple Rain like a poignant full circle. Quirky tributes abound. A purple vinyl reissue, a Dolby Atmos mix in 2024, and that deluxe expanded edition in 2017, unpacking vault tracks like an extended computer blue. Fans geek out over oddities like how the tour's darling Nikki played its backward message forward live. And the film's legacy? Added to the National Film Registry in 2019 for cultural oomph. But here's a zinger. What if Prince had stuck with that suicide ending? We'd have a goth cult classic instead of an uplifting anthem. Or imagine the country version with Stevie, Purple Rain, line dancing at honky tonks, yee-haw meets funk. Absurd, but that's Prince. Always one twist away from genius or madness. Wrapping this up before I turn completely purple myself. Purple Rain isn't just history. It's a wacky, wild testament to Prince's unfiltered brilliance. A song that bathes us in mystery, drama, and that eccentric spark. From its country roots to global domination, it's the ultimate rock lore gem. Behind the song lies turmoil, triumph, and trivia that'll make you rethink every listen. If this tale got you chuckling or pondering, smash that like button. Subscribe to the Rock Lore Vault for more unhinged dives into music's underbelly, and drop a comment. What's your wildest Purple Rain memory? Until next time, keep bathing in that rain, preferably without the apocalypse.